Hi, I'm Anuja Patania and welcome back to my channel Amy10 World. In this video, we are going to learn about the natural phenomenon of evaporation. Let's begin the lesson with the definition of evaporation. The process where a liquid changes into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation. Can you quote some examples from everyday life where liquid changes into vapor state without reaching the boiling point? Yes, that's right. When water left uncovered, it slowly changes to vapor. Or drying of wet clothes. Or floors and cars drying after cleaning. This water hasn't actually disappeared, it's heated in the sun and is now floating in the air as vapor, which is much harder for us to see. In evaporation, only the particles on the surface of the liquid are changing to vapor state. So, evaporation is taking place only on the surface of the liquid. In case of liquids, a small fraction of particles at the surface having higher kinetic energy, that is the energy of motion, is able to break away from the forces of attraction of other particles and gets converted to vapor, which means only those particles which have enough kinetic energy escape from the surface and evaporate. So, we can say that evaporation is a surface phenomenon. That is, evaporation takes place at the surface of the liquid. Next, we will discuss the factors affecting the rate of evaporation, which means how fast the evaporation is taking place. There are four important factors that affect the evaporation, which are surface area, temperature, humidity, and effect of wind. Let's discuss these factors one by one. First factor is surface area. As we already know that evaporation is a surface phenomenon. So, if surface area is increased, rate of evaporation also increases. For example, while putting clothes for drying up, we spread them out. Now, I have a question for you. Why are we able to sip a hot tea or milk faster from a saucer rather than a cup? Yes, that's right. This is because a saucer has a larger surface area than a cup for evaporation. Hence, the tea or milk in a saucer cools down faster. Next factor is temperature. Evaporation increases with an increase in temperature because with the increase of temperature, more number of particles get enough kinetic energy to go into the vapor state. For example, if we take two wet shirts and hang one on a hot summer day and the other on a cold winter day, which shirt do you think will dry faster? That's right, the one on a hot summer day. Because higher the temperature, higher will be the rate of evaporation. Next factor is humidity. Evaporation increases with decrease in humidity. What do you think that? What is humidity? Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in air. The air around us cannot hold more than a definite amount of water vapor at given temperature. If the amount of water vapor in air is already high, the rate of evaporation decreases. If the amount of water vapor in air is low, the rate of evaporation increases. Fourth factor is wind speed. Rate of evaporation increases with an increase in wind speed. It is a very common observation that clothes dry faster on a windy day. You might be wondering how that can happen when the temperature is low. It turns out that With the increase in wind speed, the particles of water vapor move away with the wind. That decreases the amount of water vapor in the surrounding, and because of that, the rate of evaporation increases. Now, we will discuss the next part of the topic, that how does evaporation cause cooling? I am quite sure that you have already experienced the effect of cooling due to evaporation, because during the process of evaporation, the particles of liquid absorb energy from the surroundings to regain energy lost during evaporation. And this absorption of energy from the surroundings make the surroundings cold. Can you give me some examples from daily life where you can feel the effect of cooling due to evaporation? Okay, when you pour some acetone or perfume on your hand, what happens? Doesn't your hand feel cold? If yes, then why is that? Because particles gain energy from your palm or surroundings and evaporate. Evaporation takes place as it uses energy from your palm and hence leaving the cooling effect on your palm. Another example is we perspire more during summer. Why is that? This is because of the mechanism of our body to keep us cool. Sweat evaporates from our body to cool us. With this, I am completing the topic. So guys, did you understand what is evaporation? I hope you already understood what exactly the evaporation is. Please like and share the video. Also subscribe the channel for later updates. Thank you.